those guys are feeling, because my adrenaline is surging.
All right, everybody, it's finally time. Arena Grappling versus Series 6 here at Droogs MMA. A lot of competitors behind me, and we got our first match coming up, starting with the blue corner.
All right, we've got Kyle Barnes out of Droogs MMA and Jiu-Jitsu, and Lucas Menza out of 352 Jiu-Jitsu. Blue belt matchup, both of them in their double debut at 155. And we'll go right to the collar tie.
All right, Luca looks to sit. Kyle is quite a wrestler, so I expect that he has no problem with Luca sitting and getting right to work there.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a good match stylistically because Luca seems to have a scrambly game, very entertaining, and Kyle is very good with pressure passing, so it's going to be a fun format for the two.
Kyle likes that wrong side passing. I know that he likes to pass to the weak side, and there you go.
Look at that.
Really diving on it.
We'll see Kyle to pass. Luca looking for possibly like an arm crush on that near side arm, but too much pressure from Kyle.
So Kyle's just looking to slow down, stabilize the position before moving on here.
Absolutely, absolutely. In Kyle's corner, we have AJ Deshani, one of the co-heads of Jiu-Jitsu at Droogs MMA and Jiu-Jitsu. And in Luca's corner, we actually have Cole Kelly, who will be on the Arena Series shortly himself as well.
Looks like Kyle's got almost like a guillotine that he might be using to pass there, like a front headlock type thing.
Yeah, if we know Kyle loves Darces, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some looks at Darces here, or combos to guillotines, and he'll go north-south.
Kyle's top heavy.
Oh, he is super top heavy. We train with Kyle regularly, and he gives no space.
A wet blanket, you can like feel it.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Doing a great job of controlling Luca's upper half. He's got an Americana on the far side. Very nice. Round one, Kyle goes to Americana on side control.
Round one goes to the blue corner, Kyle Barnes, by submission. That was clean.
Americana. You don't see that one too
No, oh my goodness. That's like that move that we tell a lot of white belts. Like you learn the Americana first, but then you learn how to defend it and you set it up with other ones. So that's pretty impressive. Considering you have to control like the wrist the whole time, I'm surprised.
Well, it's early on in the match, so not a ton of sweat flowing right now. So he grabbed on it, cranked quick, and got the tap.
So just a reminder, the Arena, this is Series 6, is going to be the majority of 3. So Kyle takes round 1. We're going to go into round 2. If Kyle wins round 2, that's going to be it. Otherwise, Luca, if he wins round 2, we're heading to round 3. If there's no win, then we're still heading to round 3. What do you think about the format?
Love the format, Catherine. It's a great opportunity for getting caught in a quick, maybe even janky sub, and then getting a chance to come back off it.
I love it. Now, if I'm Luca, I'm curious about the pooling situation.
I was
pulled right away.
About that. See,
We're in the same situation
same
as before.
Thing with the weak side passing.
You know, you want to make sure you know the game, and then you change it up.
Kyle's
going to find north-south right away.
I don't think it was smart for Luca to pull again like that.
I would agree.
Just suffocating out of Kyle.
It looks like he's going to be held right in that same spot. You know, I think I would have liked to see him stand a little bit longer. Previously, Luca was actually at a Grappling Industries where he just went 6-0, and he was pretty good on the feet. I saw him jump on someone's back, so he looked pretty comfortable there. I think I would have liked to see him a little bit longer.
So Kyle settling into side control here. We're interested to see if he starts to use the cage.
Yeah, so if you are, as Dan, since you are an MMA fighter, what would you be doing as Luca right now?
If I was Luca, I would be certainly looking to pull that back towards the middle now. Now he's recovering
Full mount.
to a half guard.
And now, you know, as Kyle, I think he's been training a lot in the cage. I'm curious to see if he'll start moving Luca towards the cage.
It depends on what he wants to do. If he wants to get back exposure, it's probably best to do that out in the open. If he just wants to grind a little bit from the top position, yeah, he'll probably start to work him because he is close. So with just a couple little shimmies, he could start grinding that head of the cage, putting Luca in an even more unathletic position than he finds himself in.
Absolutely. We still have 3 minutes left, too. So he's got plenty of time to work, and Luca will find his guard again. Looking for a possible arm press to a Choi bar here.
And Luke is only 19 years old, right?
He is only 19. I feel like we were just talking about that, and those kids, they're the future.
Impressive.
Kyle is 9 years older. He's 28, but no stranger to jiu-jitsu at all. He's been training for quite some time.
Kyle's pressure is just non-stop.
Yeah.
He is just spamming through side control to north-south to mount. This has to feel something.
You got to feel all of that. He's going for that far side arm again. I'm wondering if he's going to look up an Americana or if he's going to change it up.
Now, even though he's not necessarily going for a submission, he's just forcing a lot of blood.
He could step over too, though.
Just really making it uncomfortable and zapping Luca's arm strength. And
Whoa, that was a tap.
Right
I didn't even see what that was. Was it Americana? Wow, good stuff. Halfway through.
From side control.
Kyle Barnes
stuff.
out of the
Kyle
blue corner
Barnes.
gets the win, 2 submissions.
Arena debut, 1-0 out of Droogs MMA and Jiu-Jitsu. Good stuff from both guys.
Good match, man. Kyle, great match, man. Congratulations. You got it done. 2 quick submissions. What, you didn't want to go in overtime or anything?
Nah, yeah, I just wanted to get out, to be honest, yeah.
And you train here at Droogs MMA. Did you feel the home field advantage, so to speak?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. AJ's the man. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's the man right there. So really kept things in control in between the ears, you know.
Well, congratulations. Go catch your breath. Kyle Barnes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, guys, match number 2 of the night at Versus Series 6 out of the blue corner. Let's welcome in Nick Toscano. Sorry.
Momentum BJJ, a brown belt. Instagram poll has him at 40% likely to win, and he is age 28 years old. This will be his first time in. This is going to be a good matchup. Super excited.
I love the rash guard that Nick is sporting. What is that?
Now, I'm curious about that ankle already, Dan. He's only got one ankle.
Coming out of the red corner.
If I was him, I would go heavier on the therapeutics.
Cole Kelly, 3-0 at Arena Series. He is out of movement arts, and he is actually a blue belt, last-minute replacement to who was previously supposed to be James Mullen. Cole is only 18, so 10 years the senior is Nick, and obviously higher rank. So curious if that will play in at all.
Now, in the arena cage, Cole has had a match at blue belt, and he's actually competed against a purple belt. So I guess this is his first time against a brown belt here.
And 60% of people have him winning on Instagram, so he's actually the favor by a good 20%. So Cole Kelly's sporting the Movement Arts black rash guard, and Nick Toscano, I don't know, somebody tell me what rash guard that is. Does anybody know what that means?
I'm a casual. I do not know.
I'm a casual. It looks like a superhero.
I'm gonna say it's Dragon Ball Z inspired without knowing for sure.
Right to sitting is Cole Kelly. I am no surprise here. After watching him multiple times, this has been his game through and through, very consistently.
A lot of sitting in the cage here. You'd think guys would be looking to utilize the wall wrestling a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Cole Kelly got the win at Versus Series 5, is that right?
I believe he did, yeah. He's got multiple wins here on this series.
Looks like maybe a knee bar entry or
right into the backside. Very nice. And he'll try to pummel the honey hole.
Scrambling going on right here.
Absolutely. This
Some good
is
leg
quick.
attacks.
If I'm Nick, I'm trying to get that left leg free so I can use it as a base.
And it looks like he has succeeded in getting his leg
Very
free.
nice, and he frees himself.
Very fast pace to start here. And it looks like that toe wrap has come undone.
Good stack position for Nick Toscano on top here. That's what I love about Arena. You know, people they throw the kitchen sink and see what lands, and I love that.
You get
the fast-paced energy. Yep. Ooh. Very nice. Heavy hips on the right.
Good physicality out there.
Very good guard retention from Cole. He'll thread back to potentially look for a leg there. I think Nick has pretty good recognition skills, though.
Cole's entries on leg attacks for a blue belt are beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys at Movement Arts are doing a great job of making great guards and combining things together between legs and back.
Looks like Cole's got Nick in a relatively unathletic position. I can't tell if Nick's going to double underpass, and looks like maybe he is now.
Absolutely. He's doing a good job of staying heavy on the top. But Cole's guard retention is fantastic.
It is, and it looks like he might be even coming up to take the back or the arm here.
He might have a really good look at that right arm of Nick's.
We'll see if Nicky tries to use the cage to stifle Cole's breaking power.
What Nick needs to do, I think, is control more of Cole's hips, because he's just, every time he gets past, Cole goes right underneath him.
Yeah, Cole's very aggressive. He really hasn't stopped attacking the entire match so far.
Absolutely. He's going to thread that, looking to thread that right leg through, possibly for an arm saddle position. Very nice.
Looks like the cage may be
Very
starting
good
to come
escape.
into play here.
No, I would like to see more cage work.
Yeah, we have 2 guard pullers right over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Nick goes to stack pass, but Cole regards.
And it looks like Nick is actually looking to get the fight back into the middle of the octagon here.
It's interesting to see if people decide to use the cage or not, and I guess that's that's really dependent upon do they have the option of using the cage prior to coming in, because that probably affects your training pretty significantly.
It is a hard thing to
right
figure
back
out.
to the backside. I think Cole's going to be a
line
little
is
short on the knee.
free.
Yep. Absolutely. It is working though, getting Nick to the butt in that position. So I think keep going for it if it's working. You just need to pummel a little deeper, and he might get a knee line at this point.
Just doing a great job of using those entry threats to control some of Nick's forward pressure, which has been immense to start the match here.
Absolutely. Great escapes by Nick though. Looks like the stack pass is going to be his favorite so far. He's definitely looking to put pressure on there.
A little under 2 minutes left.
Cole's frames are starting to elongate. We'll see if Nick can beat those. Looks like maybe he's jumping on a toe hold or a knee bar attempt. He's thinking about it. Nick really prefers that double under type pass, just really stacked up heavy.
It's super interesting, especially in no-gi, the stack pass, because I feel like as they get slippery, Cole can make his legs heavy and kind of come out of it. But Nick does a great job, and he's completely passed this time. I think this might be our first real pass off of that we've seen from Nick.
I think you might be right.
Who is on the neck of Cole Kelly.
Yep.
We have about a minute left. Very good guard retention again from Cole Kelly.
Excellent job for Cole, just making himself slippery and really threatening.
Yeah, for sure. Cole looking to isolate that left arm of Nick, seeing what he can come up with.
Again, sort of slowing down Nick's pressure here. Really nice job out of Cole here.
Yeah, both guys showing good jiu-jitsu IQ, being smart in their decision-making skills. Cole's been here since some of the original arenas, and he's definitely,
that was
evolved.
beautiful.
That was beautiful.
That
was absolutely beautiful. Nick Toscano in full mount after a stack pass to side control, stepped over to mount.
I love how he's using his left foot to control the hips of
Yes,
Cole.
very smart, absolutely. It's like a nice high mount position instead of opting for like a grapevines.
And Nick looks content to hang out here for a little bit and just apply a slow burn after spending all that time getting to this position.
I think that's super smart too. I mean, there's less than about 20 seconds left. So unless you're really going full speed ahead, I would cook him on the top there.
That's the nice thing about arena is it's 3 rounds, so you can start to accumulate advantage in round 1 that could play itself out over time.
Absolutely. He's got all the pressure on Cole's arms here. I think
Cole
we're going to see round 2.
looks uncomfortable, and
very
he survives.
Nice. We are headed to round 2.
A high-paced first round with only 30 seconds is going to be tough for these guys to recover. We're going to tell who has the better gas tank real soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going all 3.
They are. I don't know. That's got to be hard. I think so far what we've seen is good submission attempts from Cole, but positional dominance from Nick with good passing. So they are definitely a good matchup for each other.
Cole really has threatened Nick with some leg lock attempts and some arm lock attempts, but now as they get a little bit slicker, I think he's going to have to pull out some other tricks out of his hat to keep Nick pinned down.
Absolutely. I'd love to talk to Nick too to see if he's gotten time in the cage. He's a starter now for arena, but Cole's been here, so he kind of knows what to expect. Here we go, round 2.
That's true. Cole isn't a veteran to the arena cage, and playing off his back is a more conservative style from an energy efficiency standpoint. So.
Absolutely. Cole doesn't hesitate to go right to the back game. I think, so far it's mostly been working kind of 50-50, but Nick with a different type of pass.
He's been thinking about that, jumping on the legs as a method of passing.
We'll see a scramble here for some leg locks, and Nick goes right back to possible double unders. I think what Nick is really displaying is good knowledge of when he needs to move forward versus when he needs to back up and not get himself stuck in a bad spot. Cole's been throwing really good leg locks, but Nick seems to be able to identify them at all times.
You're starting to see Nick
almost,
really
and he'll take the
hit
pass.
gas
Very
pedal here.
nice. Also, he's got Cole's left arm pretty high up there. A lot of time to work, 4 minutes.
Have a lot of good arm isolation there on the far side. He's going to look to step over. Cole's aware of it.
Cole keeping his knees in nice and tight. being smart so he can't get to mount.
Nick's top pressure is immense, just trying to make it uncomfortable for Cole while he works to slice that knee over.
Absolutely. If he could get into mount, he might even have a good look at like a head and arm, but he would need to get to the other side. I think Cole's going to find a guard again. Very nice. Good guard retention. Nick, for a second there, looked like he was going to flash a leg lock of his own, but then decided against it.
Are we starting to see Nick's pace slow, or is he just taking a breather here before he looks to explode into another passing sequence?
He does look like he's slowing, but I'm wondering if it's because now he's got his timing down. You know, I don't quite think he looks tired, but we can hear him breathing. That is something I feel like we're privileged to hear here.
Has been comfortable playing defense this whole time.
Absolutely.
If Nick gets sloppy or a step behind his passing where it's been, there's a good chance that Cole looks to counterattack off that.
The thing with Cole is too, though, his guard is looking like it's changing a little as well. He's spending more time on his back as opposed to his sides. And when he's on his sides, he has more use of his hips. So the fact that he's flat makes me think that both the guys are a little more tired than in round one.
Nick working it back to the middle here, pass
right back to that sack pass. He'll find himself in side control again.
Working a little closer towards north-south than towards the legs this time.
Absolutely.
And he settles
being
back,
smart,
cutting that knee over.
Very nice.
Looking for back exposure, but
following all the way through.
Following all the way through beautifully.
His spine was just off center, and he took it a little further. He's going to find himself on the back, and he's in a rear naked. Very nice. Good stuff.
Beautiful finish.
Rear naked choke, round two. Toscano.
Nick Toscano takes round two to the blue corner.
I don't know why I keep wanting to say Toscano.
All right, round three. So just to recap here, if there is no submission in round three, the win is going to go to Nick Toscano for the submission from the previous round. However, if Cole does come back, pressure's on him, because if he submits, then we're going to overtime.
Will be interesting to see if Cole looks to sit again, given that he does have to be the one hunting for the submission. If he sits, Nick there's no onus on him to engage.
If I'm Cole, I think I would opt to change my positioning because, you know, now you've been passed multiple times, it's not working, and the pressure's on. Also, if I'm Nick, I hope that what we see is he's a gamer and he's still going for subs, you know, because it's really, there's not as much pressure on him.
Cole's really only been aggressive and active while he has Nick in his full guard. Otherwise, Nick's just been controlling the entire match from the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Cole is opting to stand, which is exciting. We'll get to see some of his standing game. So
I think that's a good decision.
I think it's a good option. Good shot, good
Cole.
sprawl. Yeah, let's watch Cole on the top, see what he does here. Nick looks comfortable to take seated. And he'll find himself on the top. Very nice
that jumping
switch.
triangle attempt out of Cole, though. Why not, right?
It was, exactly. You know, you might as well. That's what we're here for.
I like that, mixing up the game plan there.
For sure, for sure. Nick's back into doubles, into a stack pass, and he'll throw the legs by again.
He's not looking to sit on a lead here. He is looking to find
he is looking for a finish.
Another submission.
Looks like he's in like a nice leg ride position.
Yeah, sort of like a Khabib
just becoming
thing.
very popular, yeah. And switch to the side control on the other side here. Oh, one of my favorites, stapling with the left leg here, is Nick Toscano. Now Nick Toscano switching so that he has a right leg staple on Cole Kelly's right arm. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. I think it's great. Try to cover as many limbs.
Nick Toscano coming in here, upsetting a 3-0.
Oh my goodness,
And
very nice.
Shoulder
115.
pressure, I didn't see.
I couldn't see on that far side. We'll definitely have to confirm the submission. Make sure we ask him what he
Toscano
got.
takes the match with 2 submissions, round 2 and 3. And your winner by submission, Nick Toscano, out of the blue corner. Great match, guys. Nick, congratulations, man. Incredible match. I know you're a little tired. We'll keep it short. The first round was a stalemate, and then you picked it up. What flipped the switch for you?
Well, it was a very short notice match, but I noticed with the little bit I got to see on Cole, he has an incredible guard, like incredible. And it definitely lived up to its reputation. It was really scary. It felt very threatening, but I knew that once he got a little tired, it would be a little easier to pass. So I kind of banked on that a little bit. I think I'm a pretty good guard passer for like where I'm at, so I focus a lot on that. Attached from the mount, back, like that's kind of my game. So, you know, I was a little scared because his game tends to be my kryptonite, but I just really doubled down on it and I was just aware of it. I stuck to the game plan. Awesome coaching by my friend Kareem over there, Sandrowski on Instagram. And It was great. I was thinking of pulling out because, as you can see, I have a gnarly burn on my hand right now. I literally spilled oil on myself last night when cooking dinner. So I tried to wrap it. It came right off. Really hurts right now. But yeah, I just want to say one more thing. Whenever I get in front of a camera, I like to talk about this. I've had a lot of troubles with my mental health, and addressing my mental health is what allowed me to finally become the competitor that I knew I could be. So I just want to say, if you're struggling, DM me, talk to somebody. If you have access to therapy, that's an option for you, please do it. It will get better. You're loved. People care about you. And that's all I have to say. Awesome promotion. Thanks for having me on.
Congratulations on a great win, man. Thank you. This match, we have Mary Cup versus Ainsley Cox. Let's enter in first from the blue corner, Mary Cup.
All right, entering the arena cage, we have Mary Cup out of South Jersey, BJJ. She is a purple belt, and according to the arena Instagram poll, viewers have her at a 25% chance of winning. Now entering out of the red corner, Ainsley Cox. She is 0-1 in the arena cage. She's training out of Hearts. She is also a purple belt, and the Arenaverse has her at a slight favorite of a 75% chance to win the match.
What an exciting matchup. Ainsley is 0-1 in arena, but man, credit to Ainsley because it was a great match. I think previously against Molly Sandrowski, and Ainsley is, I think, one of our older competitors today. She's 41, going against Mary Cup, who is 30. I have a lot of respect for Ainsley, so I'm excited for this match. I don't think I've seen Mary before, so this will be a fun one.
Okay, this is my first women's match in arena grappling.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, I'm a big fan of the women always on the card. And you know what's even better? They're the first two that have stood completely. No guard pullers on the women's side.
And a little cage wrestling to start the
women always bring the heat, and that's the best part about it. We got some strong overs from Mary Cup, who is keeping Ainsley doing a good job against the cage, but Ainsley moves forward.
I love it.
I love it too. A lot of hand fighting and just really trying to hold the center ground here.
I love the jabs. I love the jabs from Ainsley. I love the level changes from Mary. Both girls looking to tie up.
They're both setting the pace to be a very physical match.
Absolutely. And they're only a minute in, so I can't wait to see how this one turns out. How they're going to get to the ground is going to be one of my favorite moments. Hopefully nobody pulls guard. I hope that we get to see a good takedown from these girls. Oh, we got a guard jump. Oh, guard jump from Ainsley, but it was a nice guard jump nonetheless. She'll find herself in the closed guard, but Mary's got a left knee in, which is ideal. Ainsley really cubbing on the head of Mary.
I'm not sure what Mary's looking to do with that leg.
Right, she's holding on pretty tight with that right arm. But now that she's got that left arm across the body, Ainsley has pretty big back exposure if Mary's not careful.
Mary's sort of in a passing position here if she can get that knee line free.
Yeah, absolutely. She's really pressuring on the top.
There she goes, and she's on the far leg.
Over. Ainsley looking to come up though. Maybe some octopus guard that we've been seeing, Dan.
It looks a little octopusy in nature.
It could have been octopusy, but it's over now.
What is an octopus guard?
It's an interesting guard where you're on the bottom and you sit all the way up and peek out almost like you're looking out a window.
Oh, that was an interesting
that was a good
sweep.
switch of the positions here. And Ainsley will find herself on the top.
Maybe looking for a toe.
With the toe holds.
An interesting position. Toe holds are tough to finish, but from this position, it's kind of scrunched against the cage.
You got to remember though, girls they're so flexible, and the whole thing with the toe hold is you try to put the foot to the butt, and she doesn't have a lot of range.
There's just nowhere to go getting pinned against the cage like that. So
right. I don't know. I think maybe she'll be able to roll through. She doesn't look like she feels danger at all.
That leg's deep though.
Ainsley will find herself in double outside ashi, so she should be careful here because she technically could get her back taken if Mary comes up to that right side of Ainsley.
Mary has built her foot back up, so she could stand on it.
She's doing a good job trying to turn out. This is a good high-paced event right from the get-go. Mary rolls over and through.
Staying on that leg.
Possibly looking to come up. Good.
Ainsley definitely wants to be in an entanglement. She is fighting hard to keep this entanglement intact.
Absolutely, but she...
Oh, and as soon as I say that, she comes up.
She looks like she might potentially be looking to pass by shucking off that leg of Mary's and stepping through. I think she just needs to find a good base to be able to do that. Mary still with a right butterfly hook in, which Ainsley will likely be looking to smash to be able to pass. She has to kill that top hook there.
And it looks like they're working back towards the middle again.
Strong grips from Mary Cup. She does a great job of keeping those 4 points of contact for those beginners that don't know, making sure that both her limbs and her legs, top and bottom, are connected. And she'll find herself in the closed guard.
We'll see if Ainsley wants to spin to the cage or if she just wants to play open guard.
What are you thinking about closed guard in the cage? I feel like actually Ainsley's doing a good job of walking her up against it. I always think it's a bad spot to be in.
Once you get can opener against the cage, it puts pressure on your neck. It's almost impossible to keep that full guard.
Have you been can opener?
Many a times. Enough to know not to do it.
All I know is that when you start training jiu-jitsu, if somebody puts you up against a cage like this, you'll feel your head and it's just going to be very painful.
I just know that from hearing commentary. People being like, oh, he's against the cage.
Oh, shoot. It is. But Mary doing a great job of inverting, coming through. You wonder if she could get herself out enough, will she be able to actually take the back?
And there's only 30 seconds left in the round. This was a fast round.
Quick round. Seems like a really good matchup then. You know, they both stylistically are, they've both been on the top, they've both been on the bottom. They're both aggressive, so I'm excited to see what the next round will bring.
I definitely hear some heavy breathing now, though.
Absolutely. They came in full speed ahead. I have a feeling we're going to see ourselves into round 2 here. Mary trying to make some space in that guard, keeping her left leg against the cage.
Looks like they're both just riding out the
And time. We'll go to round 2. That was a close round.
Some dangerous leg attempts early on, but then just some positional battling happening towards the end of the round.
I mean, the toe hold was definitely the closest to a submission, but Mary never looked like she was actually in danger.
You're right about that. Mary looked calm the whole time.
There's so much ability to turn out of toe holds and to be flexible, I think, as a female, that it's such a hard finish. You could use it, I guess, to set up other things. So round 2, no submission, round 1.
Ainsley looks to hunt a toe hold again.
Absolutely.
Round 2.
All right, let's see what the plan is. Last round, Ainsley jumped guard, but they did stand for a little bit.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll get some standing again.
They're right back to the cage.
Right back to the clinch. Very heavy.
They seem to like the cage wrestling on the feet, but then they like to play a more traditional jiu-jitsu game once it hits the ground.
Right, yep. I like that. Ainsley doing a good job of utilizing the cage to keep Mary up against it. Both women keeping their hips very far back, though.
Ainsley has good head positioning. Mary's starting to get her weight pushed up to the cage. Let's see if Ainsley can use some wall wrestling to get her down.
Yeah, I wonder if she's been working wall wrestling, because she looks very comfortable putting her there.
It's this kind of match where cauliflower ear is born. A lot of head rubbing.
Yep, Ainsley's got that leg entangled. If she can spin her over top of that entangled leg, she's got
double,
right
nice
down.
tight double unders as well. This is some great cage wrestling that we're seeing. Oh, in a reverse, but Ainsley finds herself on the top. Very nice.
Almost whipped the wizard. Oh.
That was great. That was great. Just that pressure, I can imagine alone, is going to be very tiring for Mary on the bottom.
Ainsley's looking to take a mounted position here up against the cage with quite a bit of time on the clock here. This could reward her.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is a good round to take a few moments, collect yourself, see where you're at. Plus, she's got great head positioning up against the cage. So I can see we can see Ainsley's right shoulder here, and it looks like it is stuffing Mary's face.
Yeah.
I would not want to be like that.
3 minutes is a long time to be in this position, and you could wait for the ref to maybe call stalling, but our ref is Zach Radigan, who competes, and I think he's going to probably let him play it out.
Absolutely. Personally, I like to see the shoulder pressure in the neck and the face. A little bit of a grit, you know,
and I can tell you
if you will.
That grind against the cage does not feel pleasant. Even though it is a galvanized chain link, it is still a chain link.
Absolutely, and she's going to be looking for that gift wrap. Ainsley attaches her arm to Mary's wrist, and she'll take it. So
Ainsley does look to be trying to bully her way into some back exposure here.
Looks
just
good.
Using some
she sees the turn, she takes it, she throws it to the top.
Cage wrestling, and there it is.
She is a little off, but she might have a look at a back triangle.
She might be a little high, but you're right, Kat. A triangle or an arm bar, or maybe even coming back up to mount.
She has a hook in, both hooks in.
Starting to get a much more solidified back position.
Absolutely, and she's only halfway through the match, so she could take a few moments here, but I would be cautious if I were her that Mary's, could utilize her legs to walk the cage.
And as you say it, Kat.
The body triangle's in though.
Body triangles are tight. They get tiring.
It's to the downside,
sure.
but it is deep, and now we do have some neck exposure that we're starting to work towards.
Yeah, she's chasing the choke now.
She's doing a good job, Ainsley, is of pummeling her arms back and forth. I think we're going to be getting tight.
Cranks in.
Anything below the nose is a neck, so fair game.
And
attack. Very nice.
What is that, rear naked choke?
Rear
it
naked
looked like
choke.
something between a rear naked choke and a
Ainsley
crank.
Cox takes round 2 with the rear naked choke. Round 3 coming up.
I don't know what the time was on that.
Like 3 minutes, something like that.
3 minutes. 3 something. It's not the quickest, so. All right, we're heading to round 3. So a little bit of pressure on Mary to kind of come back and get a submission to get us into overtime.
Ainsley's physicality really took over in that round.
Absolutely.
We'll see if Mary can figure out a way to nullify that here in the third.
I've rolled with Ainsley before, and I'll tell you, she feels every bit strong. So I can only imagine that bottom pressure has made Mary a little bit tired.
1 round away from her first submission victory.
Absolutely. But I'd like to see the fight back. I'm always so excited for an underdog that comes back with a good
We
submission.
might be getting a
Trash can.
cardio
Oh
tap.
no. We do have a trash can coming in here. Looks like maybe just a spit up. Nothing too exciting, really.
Cautionary.
Precautionary spit.
As an arena competitor, I can only tell you how taxing a 15-minute
Yes.
cage grappling match
Grinding
can
against
be.
the cage, which they're going to be at right again, which is exciting.
So
No more
Ainsley,
limited overtime, which is cool.
Yes, definitely exciting.
Ainsley's got great head positioning. She's got Mary pinned up against the cage.
Good look at her
Working
back.
for back. She's probably going to drag her down here.
And she's going to find her in the middle of the cage. Oh, nice attempt by
But she's
Ainsley to
staying
get
on
her
it.
over.
Oh, Mary's got
Mary
some beautiful
threw herself
reversals,
and
doesn't
landed
she?
right on top.
That's a second beautiful reversal. out
Very
of Mary,
nice. And Mary will find herself in Ainsley's closed guard.
Which might be good for Mary here. Give her a chance to collect herself in
Absolutely.
between rounds here.
I think some previous arena matches we were seeing people like pick up other people in the closed guard and just move them to the cage, which is always exciting.
And Mary has that option right now.
but
She
I
is-
think Ainsley has her in a triangle. So she might be in some danger
it's
here.
getting tighter. The angle's getting
You
tighter.
can see the
as it
adjustments
goes.
on our side. I wonder, wondering where from this angle is Mary's left arm across the body. It looks like she's doing a good job of posturing up, so
She is posturing.
that's a good thing.
If she can stack to the cage, she can take away a lot of Ainsley's finishing mechanics there.
Absolutely. Mary needs to start staying stacked and then walking
Ainsley's
to
looking
the
to
opposite
collect that far
side.
leg, the dropper, continuing to cut the angle. Ainsley's adjustments are good here.
Yeah, she's making micro adjustments. Every little bit, counts. I think with triangles, they take a long time to finish.
But it is exhausting being inside a triangle that tight.
That's for
fighting
sure.
for every breath, and it is getting tighter, it looks.
Pressure on the carotids, and you look into arm bars there, so you got to protect your arm as well. It's a lot of threats to think about.
The only thing is, can Ainsley cut the angle given that she's scrunched up against the cage?
Right, yeah. And I think that's why we probably see her moving out a little bit away from the cage so that she could get a better angle. Lots of foot holding, see if she can get that triangle tighter.
It's just hard for Mary to mount an actual escape from this sort of position.
For sure. Tap, very nice.
Ainsley Cox with the triangle.
Ainsley Cox takes round 3 with the triangle choke. And your winner after 2 submissions, Ainsley Cox. Great match, guys.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Ainsley Cox. Big win. You were 0-1 in arena coming in. Now you're 1-1. How does it feel?
Feels good. Much better to win than lose.
And, round 1 was pretty much a stalemate, right? A lot of switching. You both were on top and on bottom, locking legs. 2 and 3, you came in, 2 submissions. What happened there? What changed?
Keep working on confidence. She's super tough on her feet and really hard to submit, so just staying positive and working.
And like I said, 1-1. Safe to say you're going to be back here soon?
I'd love to. This is an awesome format, and you guys are awesome.
Well, we love having you. Congratulations, Ainsley.
Thank you.
Ainsley Cox. Okay, introducing first, out of the red corner, Michael Sandrowski.
Michael Sandrowski out of House of Arts. Blue belt matchup, Instagram poll has him at 54%, so pretty close matchup. You'll find him in the HOA or House of Arts rash guard. If you guys want to follow along, it's going to be an exciting
and his
one.
opponent out of the blue corner, Andrew Ryan.
Andrew Ryan making his arena debut, also a blue belt. Instagram poll has him at 46%. I'm excited. This is going to be a good one.
Now, we have seen Sandrowski in the cage before here, and he also does have some submissions, or at least one submission in the arena-verse here, so he is a dangerous blue belt.
Yeah, absolutely. And this looks like they're going to be pretty close in size. You know, they have very similar builds.
Both
so
lanky.
I'm excited. All right, slap bump. Let's go.
Michael, I saw him compete last time in Versus 5. He lost, but it's very exciting. I'm super excited to see that. I don't understand how he's own 2.
Very nice.
nice
Peek
little
to the
dump
back.
under
Do we have a
Andrew
wrestler? I
Ryan.
think we have a wrestler.
No
All senses going
stranger
off.
to wrestling here.
Trigger warning, wrestler. Right to the neon belly. Oh my goodness, beautiful.
Blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Sorry, I cut you off. I was so excited.
Black belt
I was
in
excited for
wrestling.
Michael, and then Andrew came in and blasted his double,
It
so it's
just
okay.
makes you forget your words. Oh, that's
That
going to be a
is
great attempt
tight
at a
Peruvian
very good Peruvian.
necktie.
We're getting there.
Looks
Tap.
tight and a tap.
That is our fastest submission so far.
Wow.
Very nice. So we got 40. What is it? Let's see.
Andrew Ryan takes round 1 by Peruvian necktie.
That's
Don't
exciting.
see a sub 1 minute necktie every day.
That was a beautiful from the bottom when you started on the top.
Round 2.
He was sure about that the way he
Okay,
dove.
Michael is 1 round away from being 0-3 in the motion.
Well, he came in with a game plan, I'd say. So that was beautifully executed. Andrew with
Very
Craig in his
impressive.
corner. Craig and Dez just opened Underground Arts actually in Riverton, New Jersey, only in January. Looks like they've got some solid guys coming out of there.
What did they feed
Last
them?
double
Blue belts
again
over
for
there.
Andrew. Oh my goodness, and he will find himself in Michael's close guard. Wrestlers are built different. That is just wild.
Michael working Andrew towards the cage.
Absolutely. Michael still feels comfortable standing though, and I love that.
Wrestling in open space with Andrew does not seem to be.
Oh my goodness, blast
The
double.
answer.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but he went blast double, took his leg out and landed inside control.
That was such a hard slam.
Ooh, that was a lot to watch.
So
But
if you need some
exciting.
help with your wrestling, go give Underground Arts a
right
visit.
to an armbar, to a triangle. But he comes
back
back
on
up,
top.
realizes it might not be as tight as he wanted it to be.
Andrew has a pace.
And it's one that I don't want to be a part of.
No.
I don't think.
This is great. This is
I don't know, Dan. I feel like you got a tough neck though, so maybe you can keep that pace. Maybe not. Maybe
These
not.
blue belts nowadays are built different.
We didn't get the age of him, but he looks young too. Kids are a different breed. Wrestler, kid.
Oh,
he
that's
is going
tight.
for a
That's
choke.
tight.
We got an
And
arm
we're looking
up.
like a
Potential
maybe
tap.
intimate here. That is tight.
Just needs a little more of an angle with his right elbow into the pocket, I think. And he's having a hard time because he's of the angle against the cage. But I think it's going to get tight. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. It looks like a guillotine
like
from
a-
here,
yep.
but I couldn't tell if the
Yep,
arm
I
was
think
in or
it's just
out.
Andrew Ryan by guillotine.
He's up for fastest submission so far.
That was a stellar performance out of Andrew Ryan.
Very nice. It's an awesome arena grappling debut there.
How
I hope
many
all the matches
blast
look like this
doubles?
moving forward.
How many blast doubles?
How many blasts? You can find him at.
And your winner by submission, Andrew Ryan. Great match, guys. Andrew, congratulations, dude. Welcome to Arena Grappling, man. How does it feel getting that debut win?
Good.
Good. It looked good too, dude. You didn't stop. It was non-stop pace for, 2 rounds. It wasn't 2 full rounds, and you're not even out of breath. What do you do to train, man? How did you come in here looking that good?
It's all because of Craig. What can I say? If you got good coaches, they make it happen.
And what gym you got?
Underground Arts.
And want to know now with Arena Grappling, did you like the format? Did you like the cage? Are you wanting to come back and grapple here again?
Yeah, it was cool.
I love the short answers, quick to it. One more for you then. There's rumors of titles coming to Cage Fury, or not Cage Fury, excuse me, to Arena Grappling. How do you feel about getting a title?
That'd be cool.
You're cool, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.